Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Aries reading, occurring on the 17th of the month. This is an explosion, a massive stellium of Aries planets, which is obviously for many of you forming a very positive trine, which is an aspect of ease and movement, positive movement, energy flowing. There is a particular focus of the stellium with a conjunction in Chiron, the wounded healer. So we are working through quite a bit of our own history, our own narrative, and accessing this time of the new year. And forgive the pounding, the rhythmic pounding upstairs is my neighbor running back and forth over my head. So I pulled for you from the energy archaeology, the protection card, which describes the true ribs, which is the first 7 ribs that are connecting the spine to the sternum. And when in balance, this card's keywords are guardian and container. And the wisdom reads, ideally, protection prevents you from harm while also preserving your capacity to be who you are. Protecting and holding as sacred the visceral, emotional intelligence of your body requires discernment. Not everyone you meet will get to see these parts of you. However, over time, with repeated harm and a reduced capacity to allow your true self to show, protection can feel more like a cage of your own making, necessary but restricting, safe but sequestering. Your strength of self withers within the walls of your safe room. There's a paradox to protection. Being overly protected is just as unhelpful as being unprotected. You can become too dissociated, locked down, and removed, just as you can become too exposed and defenseless. There's a continual flow inviting you to a middle ground, one that resonates with the vulnerability of the sternum, yet remembers the lessons learned there. One that has compassion for the burden and responsibility of your inner child, yet finds the blessing and wisdom. One that aligns with the truth of your present, not the ghosts of your past. Allow your protection to be washed clean, keeping only what you need. And this is coupled with the adversity card. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And isn't that the truth in our experience, that when we have boldly moved into an area of danger or caution, and we've been burned, we've been scammed, we've been hurt, we learn more from the times that we got away with it. We escape danger or real harm. When we've experienced real harm, we've had to face the circumstances and choices we've made in order to put ourselves in a position of vulnerability. So there's something there about your risk-taking ability that is being cautioned right now. You're being cautious of it. And part of this is because the heart, your symbol, the center of your being, is so radiant, is so warm, is so passionate, that you're aware that not everyone deserves to, or everyone is worthy of being in your radiance, in your glow, in your shining. I'm going to read for the present right now. The Lady of Jades. This is the Queen of Pentacles, the earth sign, the grounding that is so necessary for you. And it feels to me as though you are exercising a great deal of care and responsibility for others. You are the responsible one in some clear situation. It may be a family situation. It can be opportunities in your workplace or your community. Wherever it is, you are taking uh, the reins in order to be as productive as possible and support others in that same way. So you may be working with a team of others in providing care for someone else. You may need to gather resources for family members who are um, uh, in school or trying to accomplish something, trying to achieve something. You're supporting the successes of others because you know how to be successful. And this right now is the energy that is giving you the greatest sense of satisfaction. This is where your spiritual values prove themselves, are relatable, relate to your everyday tasks and experiences. And this gives you the greatest sense of joy and accomplishment. In the past, the strength card in this beautiful deck is shown as the beautiful cactus. And for those of you that have been in the desert environment, you understand how magnificent some cactuses can be. They are almost humanoid in their presence and in their function as the source of water for all plants, insects, birds, uh, living animals, and creatures that depend on them. So it is not uncommon for the cactus to not only be prickly, stickly, and absolutely dangerous, but to be incredibly beautiful, to have the most beautiful, intricate flowers blooming. And this feels like a good sense of how you understand what your strength is. You're, again, the emblem of the sun, this powerful force that radiates within you, that flows within you, but needs to be protected from those that would harm you or harm the environment in some way. So you are not only a source of life for other forms, but you are a protector of life. And this is resonating with your current abilities to take care of others in a way that protects them, that shields them from harm, that shields their vulnerability when you can be strong for them. And in the future, two cards, the Justice card and the High Priestess. I do think that you have come to a sense of understanding as you've taken more and more responsibility for your actions, for your successes, and for your failures and disappointments, that you actually have learned the necessary discipline uh, to approach the achievement, the abundance, the resources, the prosperity that you seek. You already know how something is going to turn out. There may be some legalities involved in a situation in which you are protecting someone, you are caring for someone. Whatever those technicalities are, you already understand the judgment. You already understand what you will receive. And you are doing what you're doing despite your understanding what the rewards may be, whether they be small or significant. You are doing what you're doing because it's the right thing to do, not because of the reward attached to it. That you know this is not something you share with others. It's something you hold to yourself, perhaps because you are anticipate the opinions of others swaying you in a direction that you do not feel is in resonance with what you know to be what's right for you. And you don't want to get tangled up in others' expectations. This is really represents some kind of a bond you have with others or another to whom you have pledged your devotion. in part because you understand that it is only you that can provide this care, this attention, this nurturance, this care for another individual or a group of individuals. This can be a family, a collective, a collaboration, an employment. But you understand how it's turning out, what you are earning, what you will receive, if anything, from this particular uh, uh, project that you're involved in, this caretaking, this empathetic expression that you have. It feels like another human being. It feels like you're caretaking someone who has given a lot to you, has cared for you. If this reading is resonating for you, Leo, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I greatly appreciate all the ways that you support me. I'm deeply moved. And so with the Strength card, I always want to call it the cactus, the Strength card in the past, I'm going to get 2 cards. There's some work going on the street, so I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by all the noises outside. I pulled the 9 of Swords and the Star card. This is quite lovely. I think I'm going to pull all the cards at this time. The Lady of Jades in the present. 2 cards, please. I have the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Swords and the Justice card and the High Priestess. I have the 10 of Wands and the Temperance card. So, in the past, the Star and the 9 of Swords, you have suffered and experienced a lot of disappointment through perhaps this task that you understand that you are now taken up. This can be the way in which you were cared for in the past, perhaps the way that you were nurtured, how you were responded to by your caretakers left you in pain, left you neglected, perhaps even experiencing some rejection. But there were a lot of holes, a lot of gaps in the way you were cared for. This may be about your childhood in particular. This may be about a particular situation, but it feels like it is related to loved ones and the care that you did not receive, that exposed you to a lot of dangers that you had to make your own way through. That you've carried the sadness of this in ways that often you mask because of your positive disposition and your willingness to learn the lessons from this, to connect this with ways in which this was on purpose, ways in which you perhaps chose these challenges as a way of connecting you up to the vision that you have. You hold a dream that arose as a part of this upbringing, part of this family structure or environment that connected you up to an image of being in the public eye, being seen by others, looking to a better world, improving your own world and your own self. And this is really, it involves travel. Perhaps it's travel or speaking for communities of people that are very diverse from you. There's an element here of fame that feels as though it is an aspiration that was pierced, that was punctured by others somehow, despite being expected to be well known or in the public eye. You were not supported to do that. So I feel as though you have learned the lessons necessary to understand your worthiness for the reclamation of this dream. In the present, the Lady of Jades, the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. Yeah, there has been a really slow opening up of your heart, your creative expression, your desire to explore your talents and discover new talents. This in part has come because of your ability to recognize your own patterns that have arisen from the kind of background that you came from, the kind of conditioning you received, and you've recognized your part in that, that you, in fact, were unconsciously or consciously making decisions to choose what wasn't for you over and over again. And this is very human. It's not unusual until you recognized a pattern of your own participation in this. You kept reenacting it until you finally took the time to interrogate your own decision making, your own intentions, taking responsibility for participating in something that rejected you, that hurt you, that didn't truly include you or love you back in a reciprocal way. And out of that recognition, you have developed this beautiful gratitude that progresses your creative and imaginative capacity, spurs on the opportunities for growth and discovery that you're experiencing now. And part of what that discovery process is being the caretaker for others, being the manager for others, being the leader in some ways to amp up, to amplify the productivity, the success, the work that you are responsible for achieving, the work that you know you can do. And the Justice card and the High Priestess are clarified by the Ten of Wands and the Temperance. This is really beautiful healing energy for you. This is really dropping the sense of what others believe you should or could do. This is fulfilling your obligations, but recognizing that you're now in a position to determine your obligations, your responsibilities on your own terms. You have released this idea that someone else can lead you to your success, and instead have taken that up for yourself. You recognize this beautiful time of energy is giving you the access to reset your own healing journey. This is less about the sorrow and sadness and regret that you've experienced in allowing yourself to follow someone else's dream. And now we're in a position of claiming that for yourself, knowing that you are worthy of having what it is you desire and that you can ride out the storms. You can ride out the ups and downs. You no longer experience challenges, threats to you. You understand and have the experience to know that you can navigate any challenge, any obstacle without feeling blocked by that obstacle, recognizing it's just part of learning what is necessary for you to move forward. I'm going to finish this reading with Flower Oracle, and woo, I kind of went far, and I'm going to take the Belladonna, and the key word is silence. Listen more and quiet be. And this really is resonating with this High Priestess energy where you already know what is for you, and you now have the strength and the vision to weather the storms, knowing that they cannot stop you. But that wisdom is for you. That knowledge is for you. Thank you so much, Leo, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.